something by just being a prick, winning by intimidation. Sometimes you can fix something by just lifting your skirt. It's the ultimate distraction. I poke button, I want action. Let's hear some gears and see some smoke. No dilly-dally, move your honey. This is the age of go for broke. Sometimes you can fix something by just kissing some ass, if you don't mind humiliation. Sometimes you can fix something by just smoking a pipe. Academic contemplation. So pathetic, no mechanic, no steady eye, no magic touch, no screwdriver, ball peen hammer, and Mr. Fix-It's gone to lunch. Not personal, yeah, it's personal. What did I ever do to you? No crap from contraptions, just do what I tell you to do. Sometimes you can fix something by just blaming your mom. Everybody loves a victim. Sometimes you can fix something by just cracking a joke. Humor is greasy lubrication. Sometimes you can fix something by just cooking the books. Wealth is all about perceptions. Sometimes you can fix something by just smoking a joint. Stoner-free association. Junkyard worthless, no tweezer Jesus in the house. So desperate, so dependent, pay any price to dope it out. I want genius, I want a sus, the perfect kloosh, the devil glitch. Oh, Hosanna, socket Messiah, the only Jesus worth the shit. Sometimes you can fix something by just building a ramp, if you have that inclination. Sometimes you can fix something by just sitting around. Solutions come from relaxation. Sometimes you can fix something by just blowing it up. The world reacts to provocation. Sometimes you can fix something by just taking it slow. Our culture loves procrastination. Sometimes you can fix something by just hurrying up. We worship instant solutions. Sometimes you can fix something by just looking away. Zen Buddhist inattention. Sometimes you can fix something with just a mistake. Don't get too hung up on perfection. Sometimes you can fix something by just doing it right. Craftsmanship demands precision. Sometimes you can fix something with total control. Aim for global domination. Sometimes you can fix something by just playing along. Give them enough rope to hang on. Sometimes you can fix something by working like hell. That will not hurt your reputation. Sometimes you can fix something by not working too hard. Burnout is a real problem. Sometimes you can fix something by just having faith. Sometimes miracles can happen. Sometimes you can fix something by just saying a prayer. Wait for divine intervention. Sometimes you can fix something by just trusting your luck. Roll the bones and see what happens. Sometimes you can fix something by just being a cheat. Mastermind the final line. can make something by just building a wall. There's such a thing as too much freedom. Sometimes you can make something by just tightening your belt. Learn to live within restrictions. Sometimes you can make something by just busting loose. Don't let it squish your self-expression. Sometimes you can make something by just shutting up. Let someone smarter do the talking. Sometimes you can make something by just coming in last. But wait till next season. Sometimes you can make something by just holding out. Wear away the opposition. Sometimes you can make something by just being a fool. Innocence trumps sophistication. Sometimes you can make something by just knowing the law. When they try and pull a fast one. Sometimes you can make something by just screening your calls. They're always trying to sell you something. Sometimes you can make something by just washing your hands. Eliminate contamination. Sometimes you can make something by just wearing a mask. Sometimes it's best to keep them guessing. Sometimes you can make something by just going to hell. Pave it with the best intentions. Sometimes you can make something by just telling all. Exercise your deepest demons. Sometimes you can make something by just saying no. Take an intractable position. Sometimes you can make something by just saying yes. If they can meet all your conditions. Sometimes you can make something but just the right spin. Make them question what they're saying. Sometimes you can make something by just changing your mind. There's nothing wrong with indecision. Sometimes you can make something by just building a fort. Hunker down for the duration. Sometimes you can make something by just changing sides. If you can't beat them, join them. Sometimes you can make something by just getting laid. Orgasm releases tension. Sometimes you can make something by just jacking off. You can't get AIDS from masturbation. Sometimes you can make something by just getting drunk. A cure for mental constipation. Sometimes you can make something by just having one drink. Everything in moderation. Sometimes you can make something by just taking the heat. Or get out of the kitchen. Sometimes you can make something by just passing the buck. Blame it on another person. Sometimes you can make something by just turning around. Try to mid-course correction. Sometimes you can make something by just trying to cope with patience, tact, and stoicism. Sometimes you can make something by just starting to cry. People can't take wrong emotions. Sometimes you can make something by running from your past. Join the French Foreign Legion. Sometimes you can make something by just turning up. Volume is a weapon. Sometimes you can make something by just toning it down. Too much too fast might overwhelm them. Sometimes you can make something by just giving a gift. Mollify the opposition. Sometimes you can make something by just taking it back. You don't want to spoil them. Sometimes you can make something by just playing dumb. Try to get up with a warning. Sometimes you can make something by just being sharp. Stall with a brilliant explanation. Sometimes you can make something by just going to church of mine. Maybe God will pay attention. against the establishment of the church. Anti-disestablishmentarianism. Sometimes you can pick something by just doing a son of a bitch. Tie him up in litigation. Sometimes you can pick something by just going home. Maybe the answer's back in Cleveland. Sometimes you can pick something by hot wiring the fuse, though you may risk electrocution. Sometimes you can pick something with just a better glue, high coefficient of adhesion. Sometimes you can pick something by just paying them off, then get on with what you're doing. Sometimes you can pick something by not being home, avoid unwanted solicitations. Sometimes you can pick something by just having the stones, if you can't get no satisfaction. Sometimes you can pick something by just listening to the Who sing my generation. Sometimes you can pick something by just playing pinball, though Tommy's such a stupid album. Sometimes you can pick something by just speaking your mind, that right is in the Constitution. Sometimes you can pick something by just biting your tongue, they say silence is golden. Sometimes you can pick something by just writing a book, go on talk shows around the nation. Sometimes you can pick something by just reading a book, turn off that goddamn television. Sometimes you can pick something by just having a snack, hunger wrecks your concentration.